First thing is South African men in general are not so judgmental. So they don't really judge you too much.
Like Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi.
What is good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, then smash the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video, baby. Today I am going to be talking about how it feels like to date a South African man as a foreign lady, as a foreign Zimbabwean lady dating a South African guy. How does it feel like? Because I did get a video suggestion on that. Someone asked me, how does it feel like to date a South African guy as a Zimbabwean woman? So I think it's someone who's intending on getting herself a South African man. I don't know. Anyway, so let me talk according to my experience. So this is according to my experience. Disclaimer alert: if you have any other different experience, that is your experience, this is mine. So let's get down into the video. Firstly, I would love to start with the advantages of dating a South African man as a foreign lady. The first thing is South African men in general are not so judgmental. So they don't really judge you too much for the things you do, especially if they maybe met you love going out with friends, it's a Friday, you want to have a girls night out. They don't usually judge you so much like you would get judged by, of course, other African men from other African countries. They are less judgmental, I would love to believe so. So if they met you going out, you love going out with your friends, it's a Friday, they don't mind, then you can go out with your friends and go and have fun. So that is number one that I loved about being with a South African guy. They're not judgmental, they don't judge too much, so they actually give you a bit of freedom. You're not restricted, right? After all, you're in a relationship and you're not in jail, so you don't want to feel caged, so they actually let you be. So it's a good thing, because after all, I just want to go out, I want to have fun with my friends, so I don't see anything wrong with that. So why would you want to stop me from going out with friends? So that is the first thing I actually loved. The non-judgmental kind of spirit, the giving you freedom to do whatever you want to do. Okay, not do whatever you want to do, but then you know what I mean. So of course the guy can have a few problems here and there, that okay, so my girlfriend is going out at night on a weekend. That can come across his mind, but it's not like it's gonna be heavy that is gonna stop you, like don't go. At least that was my experience. I've never actually dated a South African guy who told me to stay at home and not go out. I remember this guy actually dated. He would actually like drop me off. Let's say I'm going out with friends. I'm in Pretoria. We're going to a happy app. We're going to Blue Room. We're going wherever we're going. He would actually tell me, I'm gonna drop you off. You can have the night. Enjoy the night with your friends. I'm gonna work late and wait for you until you're done with whatever you're doing. Then I can come fetch you. So he actually couldn't go home and leave me in town, having fun with my friends. He would actually work late, and when I call him that we can go, he'd actually come fetch me. So I think that was actually cool. That was the cool part, to be with a South African guy. I mean, that actually brought peace in the relationship, because if I feel caged, it's gonna be bad. The relationship is gonna be bad. So it was the relationship where we didn't cage each other. I did not stop him from going out with his friends. He did not stop me from going out with my friends. Number two is that South African guys in general are adventurous. When I say adventurous, I'm talking about trying out new places, going out to new places, having fun, trying out new restaurants, trying out new food. And then the advantage is that South Africa is a beautiful country, and there are many places where you can go and have adventures. So that made the relationship so exciting. Like, okay, let's go to Cape Town, let's go to Hout Bay and see how Hout Bay is. Let's go to Mpumalanga, let's go to Sabi. You know, it was that kind of a relationship. It was so adventurous. It wasn't boring. Like, you just indoors, you don't explore, you don't try new things out. It was so adventurous. Most South African guys, or let me just say most South Africans, are bilingual, so it actually gave me an opportunity to learn different languages, you know. So the person was close to me, so it gave me the full opportunity to actually learn languages. It was so nice learning other people's languages and actually learn to speak and understand. So that was another great thing I enjoyed about the relationship. I love learning languages. I love learning about other people's culture. That brings me to another advantage. We have cultural differences, but then that is beautiful. It's both bad and nice. It is good because you learn another person's culture. It's beautiful, you know, to learn other people's cultures, but then it is also bad when the culture clashes with yours, which I'm going to talk about in the disadvantages. So then the disadvantages of being with a South African guy is we have two different cultures and the cultures clash. With my experience in particular, I want to talk about this guy who believed in ancestors. These are ancestors, yeah. So it's the kind of thing that I don't believe in, and I actually realized that most South Africans do believe in ancestors, but it's something that I don't believe in. I don't believe in ancestors. I'm just a Christian. I just believe in God. So it was clashing a lot because he believed in ancestors. Ancestors told him to do this. Ancestors guide me to do that. But then I'm like, God, he's like ancestors. So that was a very, very huge obstacle, because if beliefs like that you clash, that is really bad. So you believe in ancestors, I believe in God. What's gonna happen if we're together? So it was a huge disadvantage. It was huge because it's something that you can't really like tell someone that I believe in God, so you have to believe in God. I can't do that. I'm not gonna force Christianity onto him because he believes in ancestors, and he can tell me that you have to stop believing in God and believe in ancestors. That's not gonna happen, because I was raised up believing in God. He was raised up that way. He believed in ancestors. So you can't change someone today. 24 years, 25 years later, you tell me I have to believe in ancestors. So it was a huge disadvantage. It was huge. I think one of the things that contributed to the relationship not working out. We come to the day-to-day beliefs. Let's talk about, for example, fat and sit. This is cohabitation. Is it cohabitation or something like that? Oh, English never loved me. But this is when a woman and a man stay together unmarried. So it's a common practice. He didn't see anything wrong with that we can stay together, we're not married. But it's something that I strongly don't believe in. The way I wasn't raised in, it's something I really didn't see much where I come from, that a woman and a man can stay together unmarried, but he saw no problem in it. So these are the kind of ways you clash, because I'm like, I don't want to stay with you when I'm married. He's like, what is the problem? It comes down to, oh, you don't want to live with me, blah blah blah. But then it's beliefs that are clashing. It's how we were raised is different, so it clashes. So it was also another huge disadvantage. Then talking about marriage in generally where I come from, marriage, a woman at the age of 19, 20, 21 is married. 22, by the time we reach 25, you're not married. People start asking questions. So that means guys also get married fairly at a very young age, right? At a very young age. But then here it's a different matter. Someone will be in their early 30s and they can tell you, I'm still young. That's a man telling you he's still young. In his early 30s, he's still young to get married. So come on, I want to get married. I want to get married. So imagine if your boyfriend is saying that he's too young to get married in his early 30s. So that made me to kind of like be skeptical about relationships with the South African dude, because our long-term goals were not sitting well. Our long-term goals were not going hand in hand. He had different things for the future, whatever thoughts he had. I had different ones. So that's another huge disadvantage. If you're a Zimbabwean lady, you know, my Zimbabwean ladies, you know, aged 19, 20, 21, 22, people are getting married. 25, you start asking yourself, what's up, right? Then the last and the most annoying disadvantage is family and friends are skeptical about this kind of relationships where you date a guy, not only a South African guy, but you're a Zimbabwean lady, you date a man who's from another country. Their families are skeptical about this kind of relationships. Like, is it gonna work out? Cultural differences, is it gonna work out? So, you know, when family and friends already have negative thoughts on the relationship and it's not blessed, things are bound to be doomed. So there you have it. That's how it is like dating a South African guy as a Zimbabwean lady. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your family and friends, leave a comment down below in the comment section. Please hit the subscribe button. We are almost at 2,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.